Hey there, we'll see if I'm any better at using the pause button on making these videos, uh, just in case. But I wanted to give you an update. As you may recall, and I'm going to take you into Costco here. As you may recall, we discussed a little bit about this particular load. This load that ended up costing me, what, $1,400. All right, so basically, I'm in each shed about $700. This is just two sheds, and as you may recall, I'm going to go ahead and show you the thing here. Let's see if they still show it. One of the reasons that I like this is, as I had showed you on both the Keter, who's the maker, and Amazon sites, these are about $1,800, $1,900, $2,000, and I think they were sold out at either Keter or Amazon. I can tell by looking at that that's obviously brand new. So it was just stuff that was on Costco's shelf that they had to get rid of because of all the Christmas stuff that comes in. So I spent a little bit more than I would have liked to on these. Again, I don't normally spend that kind of a margin on it, but it's obviously everybody likes sheds, and with bigger items like this, you can certainly make a larger margin because it's a higher ticket item. So as you can see, let me scoot you back here. As you can see on those two, I spent the money that came out of my pocket was $1,391.39. I'm going to open up another Gmail here if I can. Here, I've got a lot of windows open, but that's life in the big city, isn't it? So I'm going to show you. Today, I went ahead and bought some other stuff at Costco. I do a lot of buying with Costco. Let's see if I can find finance at B-Stock. Let's see if I can just show you, just so you know that I'm for real. All right, this was not today. Where's the one here? At 3:00 today, which is January the 2nd, you can see down here, I sent this email to my suppliers. And I said, hey, I don't know if I told you that every time I send money by wire transfer, which is what this is. Let me zoom in for you. Every time I send money by wire transfer, it costs me a $30 fee. You can see it right there. All right. So what I do is I bundle a bunch of different orders in there. So this one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because it's so fresh today, I can tell you it was one that was mostly chest freezers, some sporting goods, some speakers, some home electronics, and I can't remember what the other thing was. But anyway, we'll get back there and see that. But as you can see today, January the 3rd, 2023. Happy New Year, everybody. Today, I got back into my office and I sent them $10,000. All right. So that's something I can show you there. So it's real. That's what I sent them off. And so getting back to what we found out over the weekend was that I had another one of these sheds out on my yard. So I actually have a total of 3 now. Now, I certainly didn't pay more than $700 for the other one. So we're going to just say that in an average of $700 each, that I'm in them $2,100. And then I'm just going to also say I tend to round things up just to be safe, but obviously you can be more precise than me. But at $2,100, plus let's say I had to buy a storage unit to put them in, and the wire transfer fee was $30. So I'm just going to round way too high for expenses. Maybe you had to buy meet with a kid to help you list the stuff. I'm going to say that in addition to the $2,100, so you spent this $1,400 plus, again, I had another one. I have a total of 3 of these sheds that I'm in at 21 plus, that's $2,500. Okay. So if I sell each of these sheds for $1,000 each, then after expenses, I will make $500 total on those 3 transactions. I'm going to show you now because I found out that we had one. Remember that I told you that I could list it on Marketplace and on Craigslist. I do need to get my Shopify store back up and running. And I found out that I can actually plug that in with my existing MailChimp account. So you can do the same thing with your list of email contacts and start having a buying base. But we'll get into that in other chapters. But I'm going to show you. What am I going to show you? I am going to show you, hopefully, another email. Not those. Sorry, guys. Okay, so here's what I'm going to show you. This is just a screenshot that you can see that it's been listed, and this is this happened over the weekend. New Ketter 9x7 outdoor shed, retail $2,000. Okay, now we have it listed for $1,250. So let's say that somebody says, "Oh, I'll give you 900," and we say, "Well, I can do 1,100 if it's cash," something like that. So let's say that that was true, and we sold them for 1,100, 1,100, 1,100. That's 3,300. So that would be an $800 profit on those 3 transactions. But again, I would assume that if this said 999, I could sell them all fast, fast, fast. But I don't even have the other 2 in yet. I paid for them, but I don't have them yet. But I did have this one. However, when this one sells, it's a larger ticket item, but when it sells, I won't take the ad down. I will leave it up because I have 2 more in the chamber. So this is on Facebook Marketplace, and then this is just a copy to show you of the chat. Here's somebody that said, "Hey, is this available?" Yes. I'd be available we'll be available Monday. This is another interesting thing to tell you. We didn't want to go and sell this thing on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day or in the snow. The truth is, my assistant couldn't even get into the building where it is, but that's okay because we sell such amazing stuff. You can tell him, listen, if you, what he did right here was before this guy could even answer, he said, "Hey, we wouldn't be available until Monday." So the guy said, "I'm interested." Okay, I'd be available 11 to 4, so that he can't really, say, "Well, I need it Saturday." Sorry, you can't do that. If you need it Saturday, go buy it at Costco if they still have any on their shelves. If you need it on Saturday, you can't order it from Amazon and get it Saturday. So I'm not going to run for you. I'm willing to give you a great deal. And again, even if they bought it for $1,100, even at Costco, you guys, if they had a membership, let's just not forget about that. $14.99 times our sales tax here in Nevada is 8.265. That's $123 of sales tax. So that's $1,500 plus $123. If they even had it in stock in Costco and this person had a membership, which as you know is not free, they would be looking at $1,623. So even if they bought it from me for $1,100, I'm still saving them $500. So I'm not looking to hurt anybody here. As I told you, I'm an old school girl, so I have some Craigslist listings as well, which is kind of funny. But let me show you the Craigslist listing. I tend to do it in both places. Craigslist is a little bit of a different animal because sorry guys, let me find this for you. Craigslist is a little bit of a different animal because it's not as rapid on the responses and all of that stuff. And I'm sure it's also not nearly as popular as Marketplace, but you can respond to emails 1 to 2 times a day, as opposed to when things are really hopping on Marketplace, you want to probably be returning texts every half hour. I usually don't return them before 9 a.m. and then I don't respond after 9 p.m. But, and usually I have my assistants doing that. One is the persona of me and one is the persona of my mother, so that somebody else is doing that work for me. But I'm not just going to answer things at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. I'm not going to do that. So as I mentioned, I also listed it on Facebook. So let's see, that's a live link right now. All right, so here we go. As you know, I'm in Reno, Nevada. Okay, for sale, farm and garden by owner. So here's what we did for images. We showed this, the Ketter 9x7 outdoor shed, retail till 2000, $1,250. Then I showed, these are just stock images, of course. That item, here we go. There's some dimensions. So if they say, well, what's the size of it? All the dimensions are right there. All right, so some more information from the manufacturer. And then what I did here was I took that screenshot from a previous video and I showed you. I didn't make that up. That's literally how much it is right now on Amazon. We definitely leave the prices. And then, new in box, water resistant. So, he added some stuff there. But as you can see, it is listed. So if at $1,250, again, even if somebody said, hey, I'll give you, $1,000, that's still 3 transactions is $500. So, are you interested in making an extra $500 a month? Because that's going to be these 3. I mean, there's no way they're not going to sell for $1,000. It's everybody wants a shed. Everybody wants a chest freezer. So there's that update. I will keep you posted as they sell and what they sell for so that you can see the turnaround times. And today we sold for $350 one that unfortunately is a dog, and you never know. You get a sense for it after a while, but you never really know. Because we had this, and I don't know if it came in from Home Depot. I don't remember where it came in from, but let me see if I can back up and show you this thing. And then we've probably had this thing listed for a month. So that's what I mean by it's a dog. It's adorable, right? But it wasn't hot. So assuming that I paid 20 cents on the dollar for it, and it's been a month, so I don't know for sure what I paid, but that's a reasonable expectation. If it really retails for 1400 and I didn't get it from Walmart or Costco or somewhere that's less expensive, I'm sorry, I can't tell you where the origin is because it's been so long that I don't remember where we got it. But so let's just say that I paid half of $1,400. Okay, so let's say that I'm in the thing $280. Well, I sold it today for $350. That was a long time to tie up my money to only make $70 on the deal. I did sell it, but you can see, it's something like this. Now, had I have dropped it down to 275 or 280 just to get back my money, then it probably would have sold a lot faster, but I've got a million other things going on. So they're not all going to be winners. It's adorable, but you've got to, what you're going to find is that the business model is about profit and turn. Profit and turn. If you have $1,000 to spend on product, and every month you turn that $1,000 into $2,000, or let's just say every month you turn that $1,000 into $1,500, right? So you're making $500 a month. I just showed you that you could easily do that with those sheds. Now, 12 months a year, that's $6,000 extra dollars a year. It's like getting a raise at your work, right? But what if you had that same only $1,000, but you turned that same $1,000 two times a month, meaning that each you were turning the 1,000 into 1,500 on the first of the month through the 15th, and then on the 15th you had your $1,000 back, and you went out and you bought more stuff and you made it 15. So now you've just taken 2,000, right? Because you used that same $1,000 twice in a month and turned it into 3,000. So you turned it twice in a month. That means that instead of making $500 a month, you're making $1,000 a month with the same amount of buy money. But now that's $12,000 a year. As you can see, the numbers get interesting. So it's not just about what you make. How fast can you turn it? You got to turn it fast. So sometimes you just got to get your money back. And the reason that I'm showing you this one is it just sold today, and I really broke even on it. So I'm going to just kind of show you the good, bad, and the ugly. Not everything's going to be great. Things that you think will be great sometimes aren't, and vice versa. You just swing sets. People go crazy for swing sets on Marketplace. Why? You could go get them anyway. I don't get it, but they do. So I wanted to show you that. And let's see what else I want to show you. So we went over the shed update. Let me go back to show you my latest Costco haul. Costco. Okay, so you remember this one. That's the last time that we did a video. Now, over the weekend, I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new orders. Remember that I showed you on that wire transfer? I bundled all 5 of these into one $10,000 wire transfer. What did my $10,000 wire transfer buy? And I might be off by a few dollars, forgive me, but it was right around $10,000. So let me just get back to Costco and show you. All right, so here's what we got here. I'm sorry, it says right there, 10,096 is how much I owed for those 5. But of course, as you may recall, I spent $30 on a wire transfer. So I spent $10,125, right? So we got $10,125 is what I'm in so far. So what did I do with that? Let's see. What would be a good one for you guys to buy? Let's see. I'm going to show you 24 units for $6,000. That's great. 45 units for $4,000. That's pretty good. That's about $100 average. It's worth your time. This one, 53 items for $12,000. Absolutely worth your time. This one, speakers, there's 141 of them and $17,000 retail. So again, above $1 average, totally worth your time. Now this one, I don't think would be so much. This is 297 units. It's still, it ain't bad, but, you might want to stick to, see, this is 2 pallets. This is 2 pallets. This is 3 pallets. This is 4 pallets. So this one wouldn't be terrible, but if you can stick to things that are about $100 retail average, I think you're going to be happier. So obviously this one, if they were at $100 average, this would be, $14,100 and it's $17,241. You want to see what's on it? Let me show you the order details. Okay, order details. Okay, so we can download the manifest, and I can show you on paper what's actually on it. All right, so it's a little bit, their item descriptions are a little bit weird, but they do give you the Costco item number, which is handy. So these are, sound bars, JBL, Yamaha, Vizio, Google Wi-Fi, JBL, Samsung, Sony, Bose, Netgear, Panasonic, Beats. So that's what Dr. Dre Beats. So gotta love that stuff. And as you can see, they're all, I got 26 of these. So this is an example. I find that JBL sells pretty well. This is an example of something where you could have one listing, and every time somebody asks you, is it available? Yes, 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 yes. You never have to change the ad. Same thing with my charge hub all in one. That one's not super expensive, but you get the idea. You could also sell somebody, hey, I've got a lot of 20 of these. You're in at $40 times 22. All right, so let's say that you're in at 880. Let's just say that told somebody, hey, I'll sell you all of them for $1,000. They could probably take them to the flea market. If they're worth $40 each, and they sold them for $30 each at the flea market. So let's see, if you were selling them, you paid $40 a piece for them. So 22 times 40 means you paid about $880. So let's say that you charged them, I'm sorry, you didn't pay that much. You paid a portion of that. Let's go find out what we paid on these. Let me jump back here. Okay, let me get back here. We paid on $17,241. By the time we added in the freight, which for 2 pallets, that's not bad. That's obviously why I try to get stuff that's close to my home, clearly because gas is so expensive right now and diesel. But I paid $23.66 for this. So at $17,241, if we had paid 20 cents on the dollar, we had to spent $34.88, but we didn't. We spent $23.66. All right, so $17,241 times 15 cents on the dollar is $25.86. We did better than 15 cents on the dollar on this load. Are there going to be some things that don't work? Yes, but as you can see, 15 cents on the dollar. So let me take you back and let's use 15 cents. Because remember, you did have some other expenses. So we're going to round it up to 15 cents, even though you paid a couple $100 less than that. So if these cost you 15 cents on the dollar, then each one that was $40, you paid $6 for it. Okay? $6. So if you sell them for $10, and I'm just saying if you wanted to sell them all in one shot, hell, if you wanted to keep a couple for yourself. So there you go. So that's going to be $220. You paid. Okay, you paid 132. You paid 132. So right there, what's that? 60, $80. And remember, now this person is still winning the game because now they can go and sell them for $15 or $20 at the flea market or whatever they want to do and still make money. Now let's go out and look. Let's see how I would go find this particular item. I'm going to go ahead and, in fact, I'm going to go up here, if you don't mind, to the JBL. I feel like that's a bit more widely known. So let's talk about the JBL. If these things cost you $100, then at 15 cents on the dollar, you paid 15 cents each for, I'm sorry, $15 each for these. Okay, so let's go look at this thing. So let's say that you didn't have a Costco item, but let's go see if we can find it by Costco item number with magical Google. Let's go. Boop, boop. I'm going to type in Costco. The thing that's nice about Costco returns is that Costco's already fierce on price, right? So you're getting a decent deal. So it's a member only item. It doesn't show here what you'd pay for it if you were a Costco member. So let's go and find out what you would pay for this one. There's the model. There's the item. I'm going to go ahead and hit copy and go back to good old Google. Right. And let me see if I can hit, that might be too much information, but let's find out. Okay. Okay. All right. So here we go. This is cool. Now, as you may recall from this, and let me get up here and kind of delete some of this stuff out. That what we're looking for is not item number. Okay, the item number is a Costco specific thing, but let's find out what Amazon is getting for this specific. Oh my God, did I screw it all up? Let's see what we're looking for is excuse me, that specific model. Stand by. Let me get back over here. What we're looking for is this model, JBL Charge 4K Blam, or whatever that says. All right, so I'm going to get back over here. Okay, I'm going to see if I just search by that, what comes up. Okay, so Amazon, okay, Walmart and Costco are pretty right on. Let's look at this. So this is in blue. All right, so right now, this model, so show the model number. Obviously, you want to make sure that you're comparing apples to apples, but this is the JBL Charge 4 waterproof. And what does Costco say it is? JBL Charge 4 portable Bluetooth speaker, and it's waterproof. So this is the same thing, that Charge 4. Let's look at another image. There it is, Charge 4. So again, right now, it's $120 on Amazon. So you bought a ton of them, and believe me, you're never going to go broke with these, because who wants a JBL Charge speaker? Everyone. You want one right now, don't you? Heck yeah. So, so right here in this deal, if you paid $15 each. If you have an ad that says retail 120 and you have that Amazon shot, right? Retail 120. And you are going to say, I don't know, how about $70? Okay, so it's $70. Now let's just say that in a perfect world, you sold them for 70, or let's say that some you had to sell for less, whatever. Let's say that you average $60. So that's 26 times $60. That's 15. Excuse me. That's $1,560 that you brought in. Go over here. So that would be, let's say that if you sold 22 of them, please forgive me, you guys. If you sold 26 of them at $60 on average, some maybe 70, some might have some damage, so you sold them for a bit less. So you sold them for $1,560. But you paid, including shipping, $15 each on those 26. All right, so you paid $390. Oh, in theory, let's just say that you had other costs. Okay, so let's say that this was actually you paid $500. That's right there, just on those speakers. That's $1,000. Okay, so and you, because you can start it on a local business or on a smaller scale than me, don't have to have so much overhead. I mean, $20,000 a week, and when I say I spend $15,000 a week on stuff, you can clearly see that I do, and this is not the only place I buy from. Costco's, damn sure not the only business that I'm buying from. And I just showed you that I spent, 10 grand today? So, let's see. Yeah, $10,000 today. But again, on that specific speaker load, I spent, and another thing that remember that we like about these guys is, let's see if it shows up here, if I can show you. This one, I can't see much. But it's funny that sometimes the really expensive stuff comes in small packages. But this is one of the pallets. That's the other one. So they got it relatively protected. What's in there? I don't know, but it's Costco. I know it's pretty good. Most of those brands that you saw the good names, they didn't get those names by making faulty products. So for the most part, you can see that I'm going to do all right on this deal. And so will you. And there's a bunch of different things you can do. There's a bunch of different niches you can buy from. I have a specific set that I like, but it changes all the time with the seasons. At Christmas, I call it Toy-mageddon because there's so many toys at Walmart and Target. But me doing a lot of shopping at Costco and Home Depot obviously eliminates some of that. I've been working with Home Depot and Lowe's lately. So again, this is $17,000 worth of, you saw the names, good brand name electronics from a person, a retailer you trust. Okay, no weird, creepy deals. And I paid, $23.66 for this deal. So again, I'm, in at less than 20 cents, and you're just not going to do better than that on electronics. I'm just not. See if I can show you one more here. Going back to another order. Let's see what else I bought today. Let's see. Let's look at this one. Okay, let's look at the pallet of water sports camping goods. Let me show you. This is 45 units. I can't remember what the pallet looks like, but I can go back and look. So fun, fun, fun. Okay, so that's good that the expensive stand-up paddleboard is most likely new. I mean, they took pretty good care of that. It's on a double pallet, so you got to keep that in mind. But you see, they just have stuff. See that going back and back and back. That's all flooring. There's just tons of stuff, man. That's, I don't know, air fryers, plates, whatever. So this box, why did I like this one? Well, it's pretty good. They're all pretty well boxed, pretty well, protected. I think there were 4 pallets here. This one, probably not so much, but let's see, 3 pallets. So let's see what we paid on this deal. I want it for $300, but of course I had to pay freight on 3 pallets. So, okay. So what did I pay on this one? Let's find out. No, I did already pay. They took the day off because of the holiday. So I paid. The shipping was more than the thing itself, but you got to factor in shipping. So I paid about $900. All right. So this is so $39.63. So on this one, it looks like $39.63 times. Looks like I paid about 23 cents on the dollar. Now that's a little bit higher than I normally like to go on everyday stuff, but because the other one, so let's say this one was 23 and the other one was 15, and then I divide that by 2, it averages out to about 19 cents on the dollar. But again, this is $4,000 worth. The other one was what, 17,000? So as you can see, I stick around 17, 20 cents on the dollar, somewhere in that regard. And it's hard to lose money at that deal if you're buying from the people that I tell you to buy from. And believe me, I've dealt with every snake oil salesman in the world, but I've learned what to do. And I mean, I have to. I have, I don't know, $8,000 in payroll a week. I mean, I have to make money. So the machine has to keep going. So that's the latest on the Costco. That was the good, the bad, and the ugly about the love seat. And then one other thing I wanted to show you, see if I can find it on my desktop. See if I can show you this. I bought a truckload of new merchandise from Walmart. What I mean is it's overstock that never left the warehouse. Normally I buy customer returns, things of that nature. But interestingly enough, I had an opportunity to buy some new product. The margin was higher, as of course it's going to be because it's new. Let me see if I can find you this. Let me find the file. I'm going to look for, let me see if I can find it under new Walmart. In fact, I think I called it like NW because it was new Walmart. New Walmart. There we go. And I like Google Sheets a lot. Tons of spreadsheets that all of my team can access. So this is the new Walmart. This is, I'm going to scroll you down. This is when I sent it raw to my digital assistant. Now, you may not need that information, but because I have such a big operation, I actually send this off. This was it in the raw format. I wanted him to make me a cute little title for my auction in 5 to 6 words or less. Okay, and then I gave him the longer information. I gave him the Costco number. Obviously, he can also do a keyword search. I asked him to find me the national average price on this. We'll see how he did. Let's go look. Let's go find this thing. My list price that I paid a margin on was $10.99, but we want to see here what we think the national average is. We can do it by UPC. In fact, let me do it by UPC to show you guys because I've showed you enough keyword searches. Go into my tool that I like, my UPC item database. The UPCs don't always work, but between them and the keyword searches, they'll usually come up. Let's see what we got. What do you got here in order track? I don't know if it's just going super slow because I'm recording. There we go. Nordic Track Smart Treadmill. Okay, so that's going to show me that. That's going to show me, making sure I've got the right image. I could save that image if I wanted to, but there's going to be, tons more of them. Let's see who's selling this thing. Walmart's selling it for $9.99. Let's click on Walmart. That's not always accurate, so let's find out. If I was going to put it in my shopping cart right now. All right, so this one was $1,872. Now it's down to $899. So let me also go back to my keyword search and see who else is selling it. Certainly, it can't just be Walmart and Costco, um, because there are plenty of other places that probably sell it and are making a larger margin than Costco and Walmart. But I could be wrong. Let's find out. Okay, so $899. You know this one. Let's see, Nordic Track. So yeah, there's that. So that's where they got the original price on it was on the actual Nordic Trek site. They're selling it for 1872. All right, and then this one is, who else did I see that was selling it here? So 1872. This is showing 1099. It's always a little bit aggravating when you buy it and it's down lower than you wanted it to be, but that's kind of life in the big city. And if I was to continue to research this person's stuff that I bought and find out that they are consistently overcharging me, then it's not something I'll buy again. Let's go see. This is supposed to be a 10 by 10 hardtop gazebo. Let's see what we can find out there. And some of these may have been on clearance because it's the end of the season, but 10 by 10 Better Homes and Gardens Sullivan Ridge hardtop gazebo. All right, so on eBay, somebody's asking $17.95 for it, probably because they're going to pay so much in shipping. And then on Walmart, on Walmart.com, because again, they've got it on clearance. Oh, see what I mean? Sometimes the stuff's not accurate. They're showing it at $1,200. $1,200. So let's go back and see what. All right. So when I bought this thing, as you may recall, the Nordic Track was lower and this was higher, but you just saw that the Nordic Track is showing up at about $899. And this thing, if you were to go put it in your cart right now at Walmart, where'd you go, buddy? Right now at Walmart, it's $1,200. And again, that's, plus tax. So that's another $100 right there. That's $1,300. So I'm going to go back and show you now. Nathan did send me back. He's my digital assistant. He sent me back. This was the raw data. See how there's no titles there? Now, I'm going to go back and show you what he sent me. The completed data. He went out and researched, and he found that the most average price he could find nationwide for that Nordic Track was $11.15. He found that the average price for that gazebo was $10.50, and we just saw it at what? $10.50, $11.99. So there's some things like this silverback in-ground basketball system. Unfortunately, I've had them before. They're expensive, but I don't sell them that well. But you win some, you lose some. This one, he wasn't sure about this little dump cart. He didn't know. So we're just going to guess that it retails for $250. Okay, we're just going to fill that in to have the data. One other thing I wanted to show you about this, because I have a big operation, I can show you when he sends me the completed data. See where it says, hey, Amy, I've completed it. Check it out. Here's where you are. Oh, and by the way, if you want to see the images, let's look at the images for that Nordic Track and that gazebo, which were lots 1 and lot 2. 1 NW and 2 NW for 1 new Walmart and 2 new Walmart. Let's see if I'm smart enough to figure this out. So funny. Here we go. All right, so not only does he send me back the completed data, and then it's up to us to tag it and list it and sell it and get it rung up and order more stuff. What he also sent me back was all the images that I will need to showcase the product. Most of the time, when I was just starting out, obviously I did this myself, but it's not that tough. You guys saw how easy it was for me to pull up just the Nordic Track and the gazebo. Everything's there. I mean, everything's online now, so it's not that hard. Normally, this zip file wouldn't take so long to open, but as you can see, I have about 1 million screens open, and he probably sent, heck, I don't know, 1,000 images, 500 images, so it takes it a minute, but obviously, it's a heck of a lot faster than me doing it myself. And I used to. I used to do all of this stuff myself, but for years and years and years. But the team grew and grew, and the business grew and grew. And that's sort of when I realized that if I had somebody like me that could navigate this, you could save years off your life and jump into profitability much faster than I did. It's like now I'm making money to pay off all the mistakes I made in the early years, but that doesn't have to be the way for you because you don't have to reinvent the wheel. I've already done it. And I've already bought from every bad guy out there, and I can tell you who to not deal with, and I can show you if their prices are accurate, but you just saw me check the facts. I check Nathan's work, I check their work. Um, I can do it. It's simple. I can show you how to build an inventory system. All right, so let's open this file. All right, I'm going to open this up. I'm going to go ahead and extract these to wherever. 658 items. So I think there was 233 different items on that thing. He sent me an average of 3 or 4 pictures each one, which is nice because that's makes it easy for me to upload my catalog. But I can show you guys easier ways where you don't have to pay a VA. However, my VA is overseas. So when I'm going to bed, he's waking up. And a VA that I also have in the Philippines who is English speaking, I think she's $4 an hour. So it's pretty inexpensive to train and build a team. But so let's look. Okay. Let's go look predominantly for, sorry, let me get here. That wasn't downloads, right? SPC. And I told you guys I'm not super duper high tech. We're looking for what? We're looking for NW, right? New Walmart. NW. Here we go. Okay. Let's zoom in for you. Show you. Okay. So there's one. There's one. There's one. There's one. There's one. He sent me a lot of pictures of that one, right? He also sent me this one. Right? He already numbered them so that they would all seamlessly upload into my catalog. There's the basketball. So if you wonder how my catalog looks so beautiful or how all of my Craigslist and Facebook ads look so professional, because I used the pictures that Bowflex already spent money to have done. I got flat screen TVs and they look beautiful and give people the dimensions. So it's just another thing that I wanted to show you. I actually send out to have my pictures retrieved and brought back to me. That is not something you have to do right away, but it's very simple to do. And I can show you that too. All right, you guys have a great night. I will end this video and thanks for watching.